This week on Seattle Stories, I get a special journey on the monorail and have a truly out-of-this-world adventure. Is it over? Seattle is brimming with rich history and fascinating people. Each week, I'll investigate one of the city's great wonders and get the untold story behind them. I'm not a professional journalist or a seasoned traveler. I'm just a fellow with a healthy appetite for knowledge and a comfortable pair of shoes. Hello and welcome to Seattle Stories. You know, a lot of people ask me if I'll ever leave this city, maybe try out different parts of the state, maybe even cross the border to the wilds of Canada. Frankly, the thought of that scares me to death. Besides, there's so much great stuff to learn about this fair city of ours. In fact, right now, we're on the campus of the 1962 World's Fair. In fact, it's celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. And to get an idea about where we're heading in the next 50, I'm going to talk to one of the best historians on the Seattle World's Fair and get the skinny. So you are the master of all things monorail, as I understand.
I like to think so. I'm Janice. It is a very popular male Scandinavian name, I am told, by my mother, who named me. So.
And what's your mother's name?
Janice. I have one of the largest collections in Seattle of World's Fair memorabilia. I'm a monorail head. I'm a big fan of the monorail. I was actually one of the very first people to ride the Seattle monorail. March of 1962. That's when I fell in love with the monorail, and it's been love at first sight ever since. It's a big day.
Today's a big day?
Yes, today is trip number 100,000 of the monorail.
Today is trip 100,000.
Today. That's why I insisted that we meet today.
Shouldn't there be more people here? I mean, it seems like kind of a big deal.
In fact, look at this. Is that pure excitement? Pure excitement. That's because I haven't had a drink since last night, that one, but it's going to be fun. And here it is, here it is. There we go.
Where do you like to sit the most?
Finish! High five! Look at it!
The idea of the monorail originally was not just to transport you from one food court to the next. No, the original idea was that it was going to be the delivery system to the main attraction of the 1962 World's Fair, the Century 21 Exposition. It was going to be the first commercial passenger trip to the moon.
You'd get on the monorail and you'd zip across downtown to the Space Needle. An elevator would take you all the way up to the observation deck, where you would be inoculated and given an anti-gravity suppository. You'd sign a waiver and be taken to the launch pad, where you would be shot into space. Each rocket could hold up to 10 gastronauts. You would spend the entire 23-minute journey snuggled in an individual coffin-shaped pod. Then you would arrive at the space station. Those who chose to move forward would then board the space trolley. Gastronauts could enjoy the world's first interplanetary minibar, serving an array of adult beverages such as Martiantinis, Moongaritas, Cosmopolitans, and for the kids, tang-flavored fruit drink called Poon. Finally, arriving on the moon for a light brunch and some putt-putt golf.
And it would have been fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Got my ticket.
Can I have the pinwheel for a while? Sure. Kind of brought it for myself.
Oh, pardon me. Have you ever said that one?
I can't believe this.
You know, what's fun about this is you are in the moment. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about Seattle in general.
I'm also terrified of riding the monorail.
Are you?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We're speeding up.
What happens? Is there a tradition that happens in the tunnel?
We just hope we make it out alive.
Okay.
It's a much more exciting ride than people realize. It's a very, very suspenseful ride.
It certainly was full of more surprises than I was prepared for.
It's true. The original idea was you take the monorail, you get on the rocket, you go to the moon. Boom. That easy. You know, something we wouldn't think twice about doing now. I mean, we could do that like that now. But back then that was a big deal. And I think they just didn't think it through. I think they didn't think, you know, like so many plans, you don't think, how are we going to do it? The rocket part of the equation never got in there. The trip to the moon part never really happened. They had the launch pad. They had the plans. They had the space laid out in the World's Fairgrounds. They had everything, but they didn't have the technology. And you know, once you're on the moon, sky's the limit.
So what did we learn this week? Shoot for the moon. Go for your dreams, no matter how big. Even if they don't come true, because hey, you tried. Those are yours, and no one can take that away from you. I'm Rob Burgess, and just remember, it only goes to show, no matter where you go, you just don't know. That was the blue one.
These are postcards that they would sell at the World's Fair. On the front here is a record. Here we've got a picture of the restaurant at the Seattle World's Fair. And the song is Cafe in the Sky, vocal by Kelly Gates. Oh, she was very big. This is the old International Fountain. Very dangerous. Now it's smooth, but it used to have these little spikes that would shoot water out. And a couple kids got impaled on those. They had to take that out. And let's see, what's the Summer of '62? Ronnie Draper and the Fordomatics. And here's a picture of the Science Center, and once again the record, and the song is Preserve the Race for the Future, My White Brethren. Which is a song I don't remember. It's a very, very local though, isn't it? I haven't looked at these for a while. And here's a little 7-inch Paul Whiteman. Conducts Rhapsody 21. There's some things I just didn't pick up on when I was younger.